My live, I did about 2 lives on the erogenous zones from top to bottom, and I get so many questions because people are not
I don't
told about this.
know.
So we know about the ordinary, the obvious ones, but nobody ever talks about the ones that are less obvious and the ones that are inside. And a lot of men don't want to ask those questions. They don't want to look silly. I mean, I personally don't think they look silly if they don't know, but that's how they feel. That's how they've been brought up. So I'm absolutely delighted we're talking about this today. So I'd like you just to tell me everything you know about the erogenous zones. And when we get to the G spot, please explain to everybody, our audience, about the female ejaculation, because I'm just doing this as part of my marketing campaign for the book I've just been talking about. I've got a free, is it a freebie? No, this one's an offer. It's not gonna be very much, but it's an offer, and it's literally a booklet on every single thing on to do with the erogenous zone, all of
Very
them.
nice.
Yeah. So this is very apt at the moment. So please go ahead. I just can't wait to talk about this.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, I appreciate you having me on again. Thank you very much. I'm excited to talk about it because honestly, just to give you a quick example, I sit with my clients, and I remember one time I had said to my client of 40 years married together with their partner. And I said, okay, well, what are you typically doing? I said, is it lips, nips below the hips? I mean, that's what people do. They kiss the lips, they go to the nips, they go below the hips. They forget about all of the areas of the body that have so many nerve endings, so many sensations. And I said to them, when was the last time you've been in bed together 40 years, married 40 years, probably in bed together for 43, 44? How many times have you kissed your partner's ankle? And they look at me and they're like, your ankle? I said, yeah, it's part of the body. You're with your partner 45 years. So in 45 years, when have you gone down to their ankle? And they look at me in such like confusion. And I'm like, do you know how many nerve endings you could have in your toe and your foot and your ankle, things like that, just from a kiss? And they look at me like I'm crazy. So they're like, no, we've never even, I don't know if I've even touched her ankle. I'm like, how are you with someone in bed for 43 years and have never touch their ankle? So there's just so many areas or erogenous zones or things that we can do with our partner besides lip snips below the hips. And so I'm really glad that we're having this conversation today. And like you said, we have the basics, the breasts, the sexual organs, but you have to look at things that are different. And like I said, instead of just focusing on those three areas, go from the head to the toe and try to figure it out. That's one of the
Exactly.
things. Because, otherwise you're just doing the same thing over and over again. And I think what can be very, very sensitive are the inner portions that people forget about. The inner arm, where the fold of the elbow, your inner wrist, your inner thigh, your area behind your knee.
Hmm.
Those are some things that you can kiss softly, touch softly, lick, that has these sensations that people are just not used to feeling.